All right, the latest news break coming in. Flights with Sridevi's mortal remains have taken off from Dubai, expected to land in Mumbai at about 9:30 p.m. India time. The chartered plane, which was taxiing till now, has taken off from Dubai, would be landing in India at 9:30 p.m. India time. It's over to our executive editor, Gaurav Sawant, tracking details in Dubai. Gaurav, it's over to you. Can you get us up to speed with this news break, please?
India's ambassador to the UAE, Navdeep Suri, has just confirmed that Sridevi's mortal remains have left this country on board a special aircraft en route Mumbai. All formalities were completed. He, of course, also said that, tremendous amount of hard work put in by Vipul, our Consul General in Dubai. What I can also tell you was that the authorities here, according to Indian officials, they were extremely cooperative. The moment the prosecution wing gave a green light for the body to be moved out of the mortuary. After that, it took just about an hour for the embalming, another hour to take it to the airport, and from the cargo section, it was lifted off on priority on board that special Anil Ambani Embraer jet, which is now likely to land in Mumbai in about 2 hours from now. So it's 7:30 India time right now. In 2 hours, exactly 2 hours from now, they're expected to touch down at the Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport in Mumbai.
Thank you, Gaurav, for those quick updates. We leave it at that. Let me once again go back to our guest. We have Nagma. She's an actress, worked very closely with Sridevi, looks at Sridevi as her elder sister. We have Komal Nahta. He's a film trade analyst. He's decades of actors and actresses. Hasn't quite seen someone like Sridevi. We're going to go across to our reporters in Mumbai as well. But the latest that my colleague Gaurav Sawant was reporting there is that the flight has taken off from Dubai, would be landing in Mumbai at about 9:30. We'll also be going to Sahil Joshi, my colleague in Mumbai, who's joining me. But Sahil, before I come to you, let me quickly get in a word from our guests. Komal, how would you, gone too soon, yes, but how will her legacy endure?
I think she has such a body of work, such a fine body of work, that people will remember her for years and years and decades to come, because every role that she did was different, and in every genre of films, in every kind of film that she did, she shone. She stood her own. She made an indelible mark on the audience's minds. The songs, the dances, her emotional scenes, her comedy scenes, her romantic scenes. I think in every scene she left an indelible mark on the audience's minds. So I think she has a huge body of work which will not fade out of people's memory so soon. Plus, with both her daughters, of course, Janvi is almost on the threshold of a fantastic career, one hopes. Her first film, Dhadak, will be releasing in July this year. So I think Khushi will enter films. So I think with two daughters of hers coming into films, the legacy will live on. The people will start seeing Sridevi in Janvi and then Khushi. There are already comparisons being made. She looks like her mother. She looks like her mother in the good old days. So I think that comparison is inevitable, and I just hope, and I'm quite confident, Janvi and Khushi both will do their mother proud. Both will do Boni Kapoor proud. So I think the legacy will live on for many, many, many years.
Nagma, you've known Sridevi so closely, you've known the family so closely, and taking off from what Kamal just said, I want, not many know what goes behind, that perfect face, everything in place, being the superstar, looking the superstar, playing the superstar. What kind of a person was Sridevi behind all of that?
I think giving more importance to, how she eventually looked was that I would appreciate the kind of talent that she had. She was a firebrand talent. I mean, she had so much talent, no matter how she looked, whether she was in the south, whether she was here doing Hawa Hawaii or, much later. Now that we see this ad that she's done, she's superb in this ad as well. She was so good in Mr. India, in Chalbaz. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I just think
what was her relationship with her daughters,
Nagma? I mean, even in Sadma, I didn't have much of a relationship with the daughter, in fact, because because I was very busy down south. So I was working pan India, so not really much of an equation with the daughter, but very many years with her. And of course, we did a world tour with Bonnie G and Anil, and all of us had done a world tour. We had done a cruise together. We'd done a lot. It was before she was married to Bonnie G, around the time that she was married to Bonnie G. But then afterwards, we got busy. But wherever we met, we were, she was always having that warmth in her. She always, I didn't have much of an equation, or I didn't really know the daughters, but I just pray that God gives them the strength. And knowing the kind of equation that Bonnie G had with her, and I could say that I was there in the initial days, and I kind of got to see how Bonnie G, first came to sign her, and he was around, and how this whole thing transpired while it was happening. So I remember that we were in an outdoor shoot, and I mean, she was shooting for I think a film with Sunny and Anil Ji, and then we got to see the first print of Mr. India there, and it was fun times. It was something very different, and she was a fabulous person, extremely emotional and extremely sensitive, and she felt the pain of people who are very near and dear to her, and she would quickly take something to her heart, and but she worked very, very hard in each role that she played, and each character that she portrayed. And I think that nobody takes that away from her, that she was an actor par excellence. And
right,
I just think that I personally, if you meet a more larger than life and enigma like her, I mean, even once, people would not forget that meeting. I mean, I was really, really fortunate to know her that up close for a long, long time.
Well, you're right there, because like I said, for anyone who grew up in the 80s and the 90s, she was an enigma. I want to cut across to Sahil Joshi, our Mumbai Bureau Chief. Sahil, finally everything ends now, all the controversy, the conspiracy theories, the innuendos, and now the focus shifts to hopefully giving this enigma, this enigmatic person, a befitting farewell. Gone too soon, yes. But would you take us through, Sahil, on what are the details of, what next now once the body comes in?
Priti, finally, I mean, as you rightly said, amidst all the speculations, what most of the media was doing, and we stayed away from that. But amidst everything, finally, that procedure took the time what the Indian ambassador in Dubai was mentioning to India today, and finally, the body is on its route back to Mumbai. Now, what we are hearing is that officially the family has contacted the media again in the evening when they finalized the plan for the cremation, and now what they are saying is that her mortal remains will be kept at Sridevi's own residence in Mumbai, that is Green Acres in Lokhandwala tonight, where all the family will also be present in the evening, in the night, whenever the body will reach Mumbai airport. After that, right now, Bonnie Kapoor's son Arjun Kapoor and Sridevi's sister are with the mortal remains in the special chartered flight. They are en route to Mumbai. After that, tomorrow, they have decided that Sridevi belonged to everyone, not only to the film industry but to her fans, the family members, friends, and a lot more people, because we have been seeing today that many people from down south, some people from Madhya Pradesh, from even northern India have they were queuing up outside Anil Kapoor's house, wanted to take a glimpse of what is happening, wanted to get some kind of a story about what next is going to happen. So finally, what they have decided is that the mortal remains will be kept at the club, which is very close to her house, Celebrations Club, and there for around 2 hours the body will be kept in the morning. Then in the evening, late afternoon, at around 3:30, the body will be taken to the cremation ground, which is around 5 to 6 kilometers from that particular place, and then the cremation will happen. So it's a day-long thing, but it looks like that the family has decided that whoever wants to pay respect to the mortal remains of Sridevi, they should be allowed, and that's why all the arrangements have been made at this point of time. So it's going to be a big day tomorrow again, but we are expecting that by around 10 o'clock the flight will be landing at Mumbai airport, and Sridevi's mortal remains will be taken to Sridevi's house in Mumbai at Green Acres at Lokhandwala in Mumbai.
Sahil, thank you for joining us. What I'm going to do is, I want to go across to Komal Nahta, and I want to draw out from what my colleague Sahil was saying there, Komal. You know, that's the bittersweet irony of being such a big superstar, on how private that she was, how she fiercely guarded her privacy, the introverted person that she was. In her final moments, she's open to everybody. Everybody who's loved her, seen her, is allowed tomorrow to come and pay their final respects.
I think that's the rightest decision they have taken, that she belongs to everybody, because it is the fans who have made her. And even she would have wanted to interact with the fans, because she was never rude to her fans. She was always very considerate, very giving to her fans, and she would have loved it that way, that her fans got a last glimpse of the lady, because after this nobody will be able to see her. After this, Sridevi will actually be the enigma she has been all her life. Her fans rarely got to see her except on the screen, so this one last opportunity to see her, and even as a cause, as a dead body, but yes, they would like to pay their last respects. And I think it's a very, very thoughtful gesture on the part of Boni Kapoor and his family to keep the body at Celebration Club for a couple of hours, 2 hours or probably 3 hours, and let everybody get a glimpse of her, because her fans are countless, and at least those who have made it in Bombay, or those who are from Bombay, those who have come from up country, wherever they have come from, I think it is only befitting that they at least get a glimpse of her, because after that
we'll ask the producers to pull out on what next, because the details are there. So if you're a fan, you're in Mumbai, you can go there. And Nagma, I want you to come in on this, because, you know, like I was pointing out to Komal, that this is the bittersweet irony of it all, isn't it? Because what an intensely private person, what an introvert. But when she goes, and, you know, it's very difficult to say that, to celebrate a life which has been so short. 54, many would say, is no age to go. But the celebration needs to happen, because what we've been pointing out through the day, because it's the legacy that she has left. And, even in her final moments, she belongs to everybody.
Yes, true. I mean, I have great respect for her as an actor, as a star, as a lady. She held herself with so much of dignity, and
Yeah, do we have those?
That's what she really deserves, and I'm so happy that the family can be able to, kind of give her this, give the opportunity to her fans, and there is this time that the fans can, really go and see her this one last time. And I'm sure that not many would have been able to see her in this last time, but in this lifetime. But this is an opportunity that they could, get a glimpse of her before she's gone. But like I just feel in my heart, that she must have gone in body, but in spirit she's very much around us. And I have this feeling that her daughter is going to take her legacy ahead, and I really pray, my heart goes out to what is going to happen thereafter to the daughters and to the husband, because they're going to miss her immensely, because of being
It's not Sridevi,
the
she's
bond
family.
that they shared with her, and so will the fans. But I think that work that she's
Right.
Yes, I mean, yes, of course, the bond that she always had. I mean, she gave up everything for them, and she was there as this. She was just too perfect in every role that she played.
Right.
Whether she was the mother, even her comeback and everything. So I think that that's only befitting for all the fans
Right.
to get that last, and her family is doing that, which is
It's very graceful as well.
And
That's
I
what
think she's
it's
won
very
the
graceful
dignity
for
and
what has
respect
gone
of
down over the last,
every person.
48 hours and over. Very graceful of the family at this point of time to make a decision such as this, that they would allow a final glimpse of the actor where her fans are concerned. I appreciate both of you for joining us. Thank you. We want to lead into a break, but with what Nagma just said, and I'll ask our producers to pull out the shots of Sridevi with her daughters, because after, the spotlight fades from what has just happened, she leaves behind two girls. We're going to talk a little more about it. Do stay with us. Well, as the world looked at her as an enigma, ethereal, someone who was practically untouchable, the superstar Sridevi, for her family, She was a wife, she was mom. Mom to two young girls. One just about 21, the other just 17. She leaves them behind. How they remember her, how they deal with it is an entirely different story than what will play out in the media in the days to come. We leave you with these visuals.
The world mourns the loss of an actor par excellence, but closer home, it's her two daughters, Janvi and Khushi, who bear this tragedy caught in the spotlight. Sridevi was exceptionally close to both her daughters and regularly posted their family pictures on Instagram. What makes this tragedy even more overwhelming is that Janvi finally was ready to make her debut in some months. The actress was very involved in her daughter's grooming, and Janvi has mentors like Karan Johar and Manish Malhotra backing her. She is currently shooting for her first film Dhadak opposite Shahid Kapoor's brother Ishan, whom she is also rumoured to be dating. Dhadak has been helped by Karan Johar's Dharma Productions and is slated for release in July. In fact, Janvi could not accompany her family for the Dubai wedding as she was busy working on the film. Trying times for the Kapoor family, ironic as well, since Janvi and Khushi's half-brother Arjun Kapoor also lost his mother before the release of his debut film Ishaqzade. Sridevi's younger daughter Khushi is quite active on social media and is a fashionista in her own right. Two young daughters who face a very hard time ahead, even as the furor over Sridevi's untimely death continues to hawk the limelight. Both Khushi and Janvi are staying at Uncle Anil Kapoor's place right now, while Bollywood pays their last respect to the female superstar of Indian cinema. Entertainment Bureau, India Today.
For watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.